What is up, you horror nerds? It is me, your host once again, Jeremiah Duncan. Today's review is a classic. Anybody that's into horror has to have seen this, probably multiple times. It's iconic. Things are based off of it. It's just a fantastic film that I will go on and on and on about, talking about the 1992 rated R release of Candyman. Yes, the original Candyman. Classic film. It is based on a story by Clive Barker. I believe that story is called, what's it called? The Forbidden, I believe is what it's called. But they twisted that story a little bit, but shout out to Clive because we all know how he's nuts and I love his story so much. This is what the movie's about, just in case you're like, I wonder what that movie's about. I haven't seen that. This is what it's about. A children's ghost story comes to terrifying life in this gut-wrenching thriller about a graduate student whose research into modern folklore summons the spirit of the dead. Helen Lai, played by Virginia Madsen, scoffs at superstition, but when she hears about Candyman, played by Tony Todd, a slave spirit with a hook hand said to haunt a notorious housing project, she has a new twist for her thesis. To prove Candyman doesn't exist, Helen heads to the site of a brutal murder to call for him by saying his name 5 times. To her horror, he appears, igniting a string of gruesome slayings, but the police don't believe in monsters, and Helen is charged with the grisly crimes. Only one person can set her free, Candyman. And I'm thinking about this. I've probably said his name more than 5 times already, so if this video stops all of a sudden and I go missing, it was Candyman, okay? Just throwing it out there. Fantastic movie. So much fun. Of course, features, like I said, Virginia Madsen. She was in The Prophecy. She was in The Haunting in Connecticut. Many other movies. Also features Xander Berkeley, who was in Terminator. He was in Barbed Wire with Pamela Anderson, a movie that just is hilarious. Not on purpose. And of course, Tony Todd. Who can forget Tony Todd? He is fantastic. Wonderful guy. I've met him before. Super cool. Of course, he was in The Crow. He was in the remake of Candyman. He's in Candy Corn. I mean, he's in so many movies. You look through his IMDb and you're like, damn, dude, chill out a little bit, you know? But he's making ends meet, man. He's doing his thing. So shout out to Tony Todd. I think that I read that Tony Todd was actually stung like 26 times during the making of this film. There's a scene where the bees are like coming out of his mouth. Those are real. He actually was able to write into his contract a clause where every time I get stung, I get $1,000 bonus. And guess what? The man made some money 26 times. So the thing that I love about this movie is it combines urban legends, of the 2 separate urban legends of the Bloody Mary, where you stare into a mirror and you say Bloody Mary 3 times and she appears, as well as the Hook, which is a famous urban legend story about people being in a car, being out somewhere, and the guy hands the hook and he's like scraping it across the car and scaring you and stuff. So those urban legends combining to make this are just fantastic. I love it. I have to give this film an 8.5 out of 10. Great film. The original Candyman, 1992 rated R. Check it. If you've seen it, comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Like, subscribe, hit the death bell for notifications. And don't say his name. He's going to show up.